Greetings to all of humanity's reader. Joy, it's my pleasure, it's always my honor to be greeting you and bringing this message of emancipation to you, whereby I'm pointing you to look inwardly to discover that your real identity is your divinity. And that is why I want to speak to you today on the subject of the ultimate intelligence. And what is that ultimate intelligence? And as you can see on my thumbnail, I have the symbol of the single eye, and I teach the single eye message of self-realization, of which Matthew 6:22 says that if your eye be single, your whole body be full of light. Also, the basis of my teaching is that the Bible addresses the human mind and must be interpreted psychologically, that the Bible is not literal, neither is it secular history, and that the Bible is written symbolically, and it have no reference to anyone who existed thousands of years ago or to any actual event that would have taken place on earth thousands of years ago. So from the beginning to the ending of the Bible, it's all a great psychological drama, and it all have to do with the human psyche. Now, as we all know, there are many people all around the world, especially religious and superstitious people, who speak of the eye and the pyramid as being demonic, satanic, Luciferian, and much more. Now, I have right here a old US $1. Okay, and here is the symbol, okay, of the pyramid right here. Okay, and the eye above the pyramid. And all the religious people who says that it's devilish and it's demonic and so on, I would like to ask them to stop use money and not to use the US money at all. Okay, because they would be Luciferians also, and they would be demonic also, and they would be worshiping the devil also. Okay, and I'm saying all of that to show you how people could be so brainwashed and be so deceived. Now, there is an ultimate intelligence, and that intelligence cannot be known intellectually. It must be by experience. And as I would have mentioned before concerning how the Bible should be interpreted, you also need to know that the Bible was actually plagiarized from ancient African spirituality, or even from way back in antiquity, ancient Kemet, and so on. And so you are reading the Bible and interpreting the Bible as literal, and when you do that, it becomes a whitewash form of your actual spirituality. Okay? So, my brother, my sisters, this intelligence of which I speak is where you will become invisible. You will become one with the wind. Okay, and all of this will take place after that eye would awake within you. There will be an opening of that eye within you. And then you will be able to put all of the pieces together, because your IQ will go to another level. So let me just demonstrate something for you so you would understand me just a little bit more clearly. Now, here is my shoulder. Here, right here, is the bottom of the pyramid. Okay, and here is the top of the pyramid. And most people are living here. It is crowded down here. From here, okay, is where they're living in the realm of the five senses. It's where they're living in the humanistic, animalistic realm. Okay, and you are spirit, or your God in a animal body. So most people dwelling in the animalistic realm. Okay, and so most people who are dwelling from here, okay, most of them they're suffering from what I call parrotism, saying what they hear other people say, but have no experience of their own. Okay, no true inner spiritual experience or awakening. So they're always talking, dwelling from here. Okay, from this chakra, the throat chakra. Okay, and those who would have placed that symbol on the money is those who understand the intelligence of the seer. the intelligence of the thinker, the intelligence of using your mind power, understanding your mind and how your mind works, understanding energy, vibration, and frequency, understanding that your true identity is your divinity, understanding what it really means to look inwardly. That's why they say, in God we trust. In God, the in God we trust. Not the out God, not the outside God, but the in God we trust. And so, those who would have placed this symbol on the US dollar, they know of this intelligence. They know it's the eye of the mystics. They know it's the eye of the prophets, the seers, the sages, okay, and many, many more. And so there have always been wise ones who've come into this ultimate intelligence, this infinite intelligence, and it's always through experience. And so, my brother, my sisters, it doesn't matter how intellectual one sounds. It doesn't matter how eloquent they are. The most powerful teacher is experience. And so let me reach out to all my brothers and my sisters who have been following the work of people like Marcus Garvey, people like Malcolm X, Dr. Ben, Dr. Clark, and the many, many, many other, black people who have brought certain light in their path, okay, bring certain awareness to you. They were part of bringing the ingredients together, okay. That is why many of them, they were mostly historians and so on and intellectuals, okay. But here I am bringing the icing, which is the final part, okay, the icing and the cake for you. And that is why I would always repeat what I heard Farrakhan said to Muta Baruka when he was doing an interview with him, that the Honorable Elijah Muhammad says that those in the Caribbean, when they start to wake up, what will take those in America 20 years or 26 years or something like that to learn, we will know within a matter of 6 months or something like that, okay? And we know by experience. And that is why, my brother, my sisters, sometimes when people reach out to me and ask me to speak and Kemetic mythology and so on, okay? I only speak from experience, okay? There are people who teach about Kemet and so on, and they can give you as much theory as you want. If you want to know more about Kemet from the books, you can listen to Kemetic Centered Living. I think that's a YouTube channel. You can listen to that guy. He can quote all of the different books and so on and go through all of those things for you. Okay, but I've had the experience. I can only tell you I've the experience and share the experience with you and show you that it is coming to the ultimate intelligence, coming to your Christ self, your higher self. And that's what our ancestors have always been saying to us when they say, man, know thyself. And many people always talk about the Christ oil and all of these things. But at the end of the day, it's only those who have come to that Christ consciousness would realize that consciousness is the ultimate intelligence. And when you come to that place of being just pure consciousness, you become one with the wind. You become invisible. And so there are many people who are teaching so many different things on the internet, but they have no experience at all. And I'm saying to you, and when I speak about experience, I'm talking about mystical inner experience, okay? And I'm saying to you, okay, that each and every one of us, we have to understand the part that was given to play. And that is why my brother and my sisters in the diaspora, they have access to the books and so on, and they can read these books because they have to play their part of bringing all of the ingredients. Okay, and then there must be one who will come, as I said before, and put the icing and the cake to show you what it's all about. So my brother and my sisters, we are at a crucial time, a very crucial time in history. And you see, many people in the diaspora, especially my brother and my sister in America, maybe they're waiting till Donald Trump become the president again or something like that to really wake up and to make more out of their life with this kind of intelligence that is coming to them to help them to become more aware and to wake up. This is time to wake up out of the dream. You know, everybody could say that this life is a dream, but have you wake up as yet? Do you realize that this waking up is literal? A literal eye, that is in you? It's right there in the thumbnail. You see in the eye of what you call the eye of Horus? You see in the eye in that pyramid? And I show you already from here to up here, and the eye right here. That's the eye in the middle. So, my brothers and my sisters, it's time to wake up, because that eye will awake within you. It will definitely awake within you. Then you will know that this life is a dream. Wake up out of the dream. It's the only way that you can escape the matrix. You cannot escape the matrix by just saying Hotep. No, it's more than that. You cannot escape the matrix just filling your mind with information. Why do you think that in this age they have laid out all the information for you? All the information is right here on the internet for each and every one. Because we are experiencing the flood. Yeah, the flood. The world is overflowed with what? Information, which is actually a form of false intelligence. Because that is why you see right now AI, is taking over, and most people are becoming Google-minded. It's bringing you more and more to a place where you can't even think and operate for yourself. Now people think, well, okay, it's luxury to be in a car, and you can tell the car, you can just sit there, I should say, in the car, and it just carry you and everything, and you doesn't basically have to do anything. Also, people think, well, it's luxury to just say, Alexa and call on Alexa to do everything. Okay, but little by little, it put in your place where you're thinking less. And so they're programming your mind. No wonder why the young people are so caught up in the kind of technology and the cell phone. They become the God. So when you read about Noah and the ark had three stories, three level, which is really dealing with your physical level of existence, your psychological and your spiritual. And most people get trapped in the physical, and they get drowned, and they never make it into the ark, into the place of safety in the right state of mind. So they can be led by the dove, their intuition, that ultimate intelligence. So consciousness is actually the only reality. Everything you see is imaginary. That's why you must tap into your true consciousness, your true higher self, your Christ self. And I'm saying to you, my brother, my sisters, when you see a brother like yourself who've had this experience, it's time for you to wake up. And you see a brother from an island in the Caribbean that I don't even think that island is on the world map. If it's on the world map, it's like a dot on the world map. It's time to wake up. It's time for you to go deeper. It is time for you to realize there comes a time you might have to get out of America and find yourself somewhere in the tropics. You're not going to run from the system, because the system is the same everywhere. The forces are the same everywhere. But you want to be a little bit more closer to the sun. You want to be more closer whereby you can be contacted. You want to be a little bit more closer so that you can get more in alignment and you can get closer to nature. So my brother, my sisters, the infinite ultimate intelligence is you coming to know your true self, your higher self, your Christ self. It is you coming into your right state of mind. Okay, and all of this will take place with a great and mighty shaking, a great earthquake. And you will hear that unearthly wind. Yes, you will hear that unearthly wind also. And that I would awake within you. Yeah, that I would awake within you. And you would realize that your spark of light is like a spark of lightning. And then you would realize that spark of light is from the sun, your piece of the sun, the S-U-N. And you would ascend like a fiery being, and you would change form, and you will come out of your skull and discover Golgotha. You would discover the empty tomb. You would discover the crucifixion. You would discover the virgin birth. And you would discover that higher education, religion, and politics is here to keep you in the matrix, to keep you blind, to keep you dumb. Because you've come into that ultimate intelligence where you can now think for yourself, where you can now see life from a different perspective or from a different angle. And so, my brother, my sisters, it's very important to know what seed you have been birthed from. Okay, because you can be listening to someone who just speaking from intellect, and you can be no different, more than just become intellectual just like them. But if you're listening to someone who would have had the ultimate experience of the ultimate intelligence, and it resonates with you, it means the deep call it to the deep, and the deep response. And I'm saying to you that you will come into that experience. And even if you do not come into that experience, you would be on the right path. You would be on the right path. But you would definitely have experience. You have supernatural experience. And also, let me say this. Anyone who had this ultimate experience of the ultimate intelligence, those who believe in what's been said to them, they would get certain dreams and all of these things that would vindicate the one who's bringing this truth to them. They would. You see, I've seen many people who call themselves Kemetic high priests and this and that, and give themselves all kind of name and give themselves all kind of title. Okay, but I can say to you, okay, without any ego or anything, that it was a woman who I was in a relationship with in the past when I just started getting my awakening. She was the one who came to me and told me in the night, in her dream, that they came to her and told her that I am a high priest. You see, our ancestors knew from ever since that this truth must come to our people. And I'm bringing this truth to you, not from a place of theory. You might see me wearing an ankh, but if you ever listen to me speak about how I come to this ankh, then you would understand why I'm actually wearing an ankh. Okay, and there's much more things I can say to you, my brother, my sisters. But I'm saying to you, seek for the ultimate intelligence. You're told that when you discover the ultimate intelligence, you'll also discover the kingdom of God that is within you. And you would also discover the secret of creation, and you will be able to create your reality consciously. You would understand the solar man, which is Solomon, and you would understand how to construct your temple. Okay? And you're told that Solomon came into a golden age, and definitely you will come into a golden age, a time of peace, joy, and happiness in your life. And you are also told that Solomon seek first for wisdom. He seek first for that ultimate intelligence. And my brother, my sisters, this set up a rat race for you to go after the getting before the being. So I'm saying to you, if you want to discover this ultimate intelligence, which is a higher place of consciousness, which consciousness is the only reality, then you have to set your priorities straight. You have to put the horse before the cart. But the system is set up for you to put the cart before the horse. That's why I'm saying to you, it's time to wake up. It's time for you to get rid of the the parrotism, okay, all of the intellectual talking. It's time for you to get rid of that. It is time for you to start looking for a man in your neighborhood who's going to rise up and set you free. Obama didn't set you free. Martin Luther King didn't set you free. But I'm saying to you, you just have to look inwardly if you want to be set free. Living in America and going to Ghana wouldn't set you free either. But I'm saying to you, when you look inwardly and you find the key and you've been led divinely because you trust your intuition and you believe that God in man is man's imagination, truly you'll be set free. Because at the end of the day, what do you want in this world? It is freedom. And doesn't matter how much money you amass in this world, if you do not come to know your true self, your higher self, if you do not know the truth of what was done through slavery, then you would die a slave with all of that money. That is why many people got tricked, believing that they can go into Gucci and they can shop like anybody else because they have some money. And then when they are faced with discrimination, then they understand. They've been selling themselves so short for money. So my brothers, my sisters, it is time for you to wake up and discover your true economy is inwardly. It's time for you to wake up and realize that your real identity is your divinity. It is time for you to understand the eye of intelligence. Don't just speak about the eye, but your ancestors want that eye to awake within you. So my brothers, my sisters, before I leave you, let me just show you again from your shoulder up. That's the pyramid and the eye right here. That's why this is the symbol right here. Okay? This is the logo I always carry. Okay, for my BlackMadGuru. Because I know the truth. And it's only when you know the truth that you will be set free. So all the religious, superstitious people who always speak about what symbol is demonic, like a Christian guy telling me, saw me with my hand, he said, get away from me. You're that evil, demonic sign. And he doesn't even know what is the hand. Okay, all those who believe in such ignorance, they never reject the US dollar. They love money more than anything else. And they're using all the material things of this world to vindicate that God loved them and God blessed them. So when the preachers get a private jet, like when Trevor Dollar asked them to help him to get to 65 million to buy a jet so he could take the gospel around the world more, to them that is what they call blessing. But it's time for us to wake up, okay? So my brother, my sisters, I can go on and on, but I'm saying to you, when you see that eye, it is the all-seeing eye of God in you. It is showing you that one day you would have that great awakening, and that great awakening, it is an awakened imagination, okay? It will be an awakened imagination. For when it happens to you, then you will understand that it is the rising of the S-U-N in a S-O-N, and that it is the dawning of a new day in your life. For truly the sun, as in the S-U-N, parallels the human imagination, and the human imagination parallels the sun. For without the sun, there is no life, and there is no light. And without the human imagination, there isn't anything made that was made. And you're told in Psalms 84:11 that the Lord thy God is a sun and a shield, and no good thing will he withhold from you. And truly common sense will show you that the Son has never withhold any good thing from all of humanity, for the Son is what powers all of humanity and give all of humanity its energy. Then, in Malachi 4:2, you're told also that the Son of righteousness shall arise in you with healing in his wings. So true righteousness or the ultimate intelligence can only be found when you discover the light in you, when the sun has risen in you, because it put you in true alignment with the Son, the giver of all life. And you are the Son people. Also, I believe in 2 Peter, it says also that the star shall arise in you. I'm saying to you, speaking all about the sun. So, with that being said, my brother, my sisters, I want to say to you, if this is the very first time that you're listening to me and what I'm saying makes sense to you, is resonating with you, and you haven't subscribed already, I'm encouraging you to subscribe, to like, to comment, or to share this video. Also, if you haven't started following me on Instagram, you can follow me on Instagram at BlackMadGuru. And if you haven't checked out my Inner Sun Science and Technology course, it's on my Patreon. You can always check it out. It's the Inner Sun Engineering to create your reality consciously. Okay, it is a science and it is a technology of the sun. It's all sun science. Okay, also, if there's any other way you would like to support this work, we have a PayPal link. The link is down below. Feel free to check it out. And with all of that being said, my brother and my sisters, I want to now say peace. I love you all. I'm out.